Welcome to Branscum Farm. I'm Elizabeth, and today I'm going to teach you how I clean out the nest boxes to prevent that nest box eye from that video. If you look up here of where Marshmallow's babies had nest box eye. So right here we have Big Mama, Big White, and her babies are a couple weeks old, and it's time to get that nest box material cleaned out and get fresh put in there. They no longer need the fur because they have their own fur now after 2 weeks, and so I can clean all that out and put fresh bedding in there and fresh hay in there. That way they're not in that filth of where they've pooped and peed, and we've got to clean that out. So if you'll hang out and follow me along, I'll show you what I do. So on these cages we have a built-in nest box, and what that means is that on the back of the wire cage there's this wooden box that is built on where they can nest and have their babies. So on this one it's a double on this side, and then on the other side there's two more. So Marshmallow and Big White are in this one. So I just have to lift it up and I'll let you see what's inside. Okay, so I will bring you closer. So if you see, there's a little tin that keeps the water out, and if you look down in this one, none of her babies are in there right now. But if you look over there in the corner, you can see where they're starting to poop and pee, and that's not sanitary. Hey, little guy. And then over here is where they have some fresh hay that I put in, but we're going to clean all of this out and get them some all fresh bedding and get some new pine shavings down. And then if I just jump over here really quick, look at these adorable babies. They are ready to get all this out. Oh, there came one. And this fur can go, and if you can see on this one, its little back feet, if I pick it up, you look at that, see how it's yellow? I'll see if I can I'm just gonna pick him up. Come here. See how they got little yellow feet? That is not good. Now you know that yellow is where they're peeing on each other, and that's not sanitary. So we're gonna clean it out. And see, they're starting to adventure out. And so they need a clean place to get out of the cold and stay warm. Alright, so I'll show you what I do. Alright, so to clean these out, I need some tools. I need this little garden hoe that I use to kind of scrape the stuff up. And then I also have a little bitty dust broom and dustpan where I can grab it out. Oh, hey, Marshmallow. And I use that to kind of gather up the material. I also have this nail that I put in here, because this nest box it needs like a little latch or something here to put and prop it up. And the very last thing I need is this big old tote, because that's where I'm going to put all the nasty material in to move it out. Alright, so I'm going to try to move the rabbits back. Come on, Marshmallow. And then I'm just going to grab out as much as I can with my hands. So I've been putting this in there for them to have something to eat on and snack and stuff like that. And then it just gets kind of wetted down. And if you look at it, you can see their fur is still on there, but that's just nastiness. You don't really want them in there on top of it. And then as you get over there to where they've been going to the bathroom, you just heard all that. That was where they're going to the bathroom. So if I just sweep it up so you can see it, that's just a whole bunch of nasty little rabbit poops. We don't want them in there on that. We don't want them getting sick. This is definitely when you need this, because you got to kind of scrape some of that nasty soil lining down. And they've really been going in this one corner over here. You can really tell they've been peeing. I'll show you what that looks like. Yeah, that's gross. So now I brought you in closer, and if you can see, they're really going to the bathroom over there in that corner, and it's nasty. And you can see some of this I've scraped. Oh, it stinks too. It smells like urine. That is not good for your rabbits. You don't want them living in that. That's another reason why it's better to have, this is another reason why it's important that you have a wire bottom, because you don't want the babies and the mama, if it was a solid bottom, peeing and pooping in that and living in that. That's gross. This is literally about 10 days. But when you have 6 babies and a mama, they produce a lot of poop and pee. And probably with this nest box also, I'm going to go ahead and close it off and box them out so I can't get in there as much just for a couple of days because it's going to be warmer. That way they learn not to poop in there and pee in there. And then I'll open it back up and let them go in there in the nighttime to nest. Get out of here. Go on with your nasty self. I probably should box them out right now, but I got to get in that area. You see that? That's what I'm scraping out. That's nasty. It'll be good for the compost, it'll be good for the garden, but for the babies, not so good. So, if you see, I've got all the nasty bedding out. It's wet. You can see where they've been pooping and peeing. So I'm going to grab some bleach, spray, and spray it down really good to try to disinfect it the best I can. And I'm also going to block them out. So I'll show you how I block them out here in just a minute. Set the wood plank there. And I'm going to use this. See, if you just set it there, they're going to try to get back in there. Nope, I don't want y'all in right now. And I'm just going to wedge it. Uh-oh, this one's too short. I might have to get a different one. Okay, so I found this other board. I can't find one long enough. I don't know what happened. But I put this other one here. And so now if they push on it, it's got them wedged in. They can't get in there for a while. And that's just temporary while I can let this dry out and get some bleach and clean it out. But next thing I do is clean out this little side. So unfortunately I'm going to have to kick these little babies out into the main area. Alright, come on babies. Time to go. I know. Ugh. Come on babies. No, don't come back in. Go. Go. And again, this is going to be like herding kitty cats. Go. Go out there. You can come back in a minute. Some of them probably have never left the little nest area. And they're like, what are you doing to me? Get out. And if you see, they keep coming back in. I'm like, go. Go. But if you see this one, this is 8 babies after 2 weeks. Plus their mama. I'm sure she looks like she's been peeing over here. But that's what 8 babies do right there. You just gotta scratch it out. It's gross. But if you don't clean it, then it can get them sick. Look at that nastiness. It's just wet, nasty pine shavings. But again, great for the garden. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and then I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like after I get it all done. I'm going to show you the cute little babies that got while we're waiting on it to dry. And there's their mama. She's not too happy with them. But it looks like they have figured out kind of where the hay is and they're nibbling on it. But I'm going to show you again. So if you see, I got it all cleaned out. It's pretty wet. That wasn't a very good fix, but this is all wet as well. So I've got them both cleaned out. There's the first one. There's the second one. I'm going to try to keep them blocked out for a little bit. Find some wood, let it dry. I gotta get some bleach and spray in there. But that's pretty much all you do to clean it out. And there's your leftover part. It's just all the nasty hay, all the nasty mulch, and that's going to go straight in the garden. So I'm going to show you where I'm going to take that at really quick. So I decided to just throw it in the compost pile that we have here. It's just an old trash bin that we've converted to a compost. So I'm going to stir it up and show you what it looks like. Alright, so the great thing about composting rabbit manure is it's a dry compost, so you don't really have to do much to it. We add in the hay and stuff as well, and then it makes a really great deep soil. So I actually opened up this thing here in the front on accident, and you see all this down here on the ground? That is just pure rabbit poop that has been made into dirt. So in the spring, we're going to put this on the gardens. We're going to have great composting, and we're going to be ready to grow some great vegetables. So I just wanted to show all this while I was out here dealing with it. Alright, so I just wanted to show you the front view. This is one of our hutches we have outside, and you can see Marshmallow in there with her babies. And over here you can see Big White and all her little babies. I'll come around to the side here and zoom in. They're cute. I'm gonna let this dry out over here for a little bit, and then I'll come back out and I'll show you how we disinfect it and what I do to layer it back up for them, because I'm gonna go ahead and give them some new bedding since it is winter. So I've let them dry for a little bit, and I went inside and I made up some bleach water. I just did about 2 caps of bleach and then filled the rest up with water, shook it up. It's just an old spray bottle that I had in the house that was empty. I was outside to mix some more up. So I'm gonna go ahead and just spray down in here and get it wet, and then let that dry, and I'll put some bedding in there. So I sprayed it down. It's going to be wet for a little bit. I'm going to have to let it dry before I put any more bedding in there. The bleach should kill out any bacteria or anything, and it should also help with the rabbits not getting sick. So while I was out here, I wanted to show you one of the nest boxes I also use here. So if you look at this one, I prefer these little wooden boxes. You can also get them in metal, but I put these in our all wire metal cages that are underneath the awning over there, because they don't have the built-in nest boxes, and these are a lot easier to get clean and to see the babies, because I just pick it out of the cage, take it inside, I can check the babies, and when I'm cleaning it I can just dump it and then soak it in. We have a big kiddie pool, and I just put bleach water in there, and I can soak 3 or 4 of them in there, and then I let them out to sun and air dry. So, but this is another type of nest box you can use as well. Thank you for following along. If you've stayed this long and seen me clean up the cages, the only thing you have left to watch is me to fill them back up. And so let me let these dry, and then I'll be back with you. Hey, I'm back. It's the next morning, unfortunately, because it got dark on me and the nest boxes still were not completely dried. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to put these pine shavings in there. They're just some that I got at Tractor Supply. Sometimes I get some for my dad if he would get his sawmill set up. Come on, Daddy, get it set up. I'm just going to put these in there. I want to do about an inch and a half layer on the bottom of both of these with this, because this will help soak up some of that urine. Make sure it's kind of flat both sides. And these babies here are only 2 weeks old. They'll be 3 weeks here. Well, they're about 2.5 weeks. So they still need a place to get out of the cold, because these are outside. Our other nest boxes inside have tarps, so it helps prevent wind from hitting them. Because in the wintertime, the only thing that really hurts the rabbits is if they get wet,
or if it's really windy and they can't get out of the wind. So this box here allows them, even the mama, to get out of that wind. And it's supposed to rain here this afternoon, so it also help them stay dry. Now these over here, marshmallows, they're over a month old. I'm just giving them a little place to get out of the wind. They don't really need it to stay warm or anything like that. They have enough fur, they're big enough rabbits, they could stay outside. The other option I could do for these is put up maybe a tarp on the side here, but it's just easier to let them get out of the wind in this little nest box for now and clean it out. So the next thing I do is I put hay in there, and that way they have something to munch on, and they're normally, they like to cuddle under it and get under it, and then they can also eat while they're in there, because the little bitty ones, especially these 2-week-olds, they're not quite on pellets. I've seen them this morning, a couple of them over there munching on the pellets, but that's not their main diet yet. They're still little bitty, and their digestive system is just not ready for full-on pellets. So I just pack this full of hay, and that gives them something good to eat. So I've grabbed the hay. We have our hay shed just right over there. I just grab as much as I can carry, and I just start throwing it down in there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Again, they're just going to be, and they're eating on it. And I'm just going to kind of shake it and break it apart, because it is these, we have square bales and they're compacted, so I just kind of want to fluff them up a little bit. And at this time I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Take those boards where I blocked them out, go ahead and open that up, let them in there. I kind of want to make a little bit of a burrow, kind of, just so that they have a place to kind of lay, and then the rest of it's just for them. They'll be eating most of it, but I just kind of pack it in there. All right, babies, come on in. The mama's coming first. I'll let y'all see this. So the mama came in first to check it out. You see what I was kind of talking about, a little barrel. And this is also how I set it up whenever they're about to have babies or kits. It's really the same process. Come on, babies. Y'all can come back in. Come on. Hi, little one. Look at there. Hey, baby. Come on. The mama's checking it out for them. She's like, ooh, let me away. Let me get away from my babies. And she likes to lay in here, too. And she's smelling it and seeing. Hey, mama. Also, really quick. Oh, come here. I'm going to check her, make sure she don't have ear mites, because I've been treating her for that. Let's see. You look down in that ear. That's a clean ear. I don't know if you can see in there or not. So that's what the inside of the ear should. I don't know if you can see it or not, but she is clear and free, it looks like, of ear mites. Oh, look at the little baby eating. I held her down and they got her. Alright, don't trample your babies. Come on in, babies. Come on in. There you go. Alright, go on. Come on in, mother babies. There you go, babies. There you go. She's a big old white New Zealand. They're hungry. Let's go around here and see what they are doing. Hey, y'all can go back in the nest. Y'all can go back and get in the nest now. Y'all don't have to stay out here. They're all bundled up for warmth. I might go stick them. Excuse me, I'm gonna walk around here. I might try to push them back if I come out. Hey, babies. Hey, mama. Go on back to your spot, babies. Maybe if I start herding them, they'll go. Go on, babies. Hey, babies. Hi, babies. How are y'all doing? Y'all can go back in there. Go in there. Go. They may not want to go in there yet because it's open. Here's this mama and her babies. I gotta get theirs fixed up for her. Yeah, I gotta get them some food. Alright, let me go fix the other one.
So again, put the pine shavings in. I'm going to pull this out, open it up. Of course, the mama comes first to check out what's going on. She likes hay too. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm trying to hold it and film and probably noisy too. But just pack it in there. They'll come in. They know. And they can eat now. They're smelling it. They're like, this don't smell like our home. Hey, babies. Hey, babies. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and shut it. And I bet that will make them go in there better. So we'll go see. Watch them. Hey, babies. She is a beauty for sure. I don't know. I gotta get the morning chores done, so I'll come back. Okay. So, if you see, they've all got in there and got bundled up, and they'll stay nice and warm now. Much better than being out there. Hey, little ones. Y'all are cute. So, I just wanted to show you they came in. Now they know they can come in and out, so their mama is no longer safe.
Thank you guys. This is for all of y'all that stuck with me till the end. Give me a big thumbs up and subscribe if you like what I'm doing here and teaching y'all about rabbits. I sure do appreciate all of my viewers and my followers. And if you did watch it to the end, just write down there bunny love, and that'll let me know that you watched all the way to the end. Thank you and God bless.
Thanks for watching. That sounds fun. Don't forget to subscribe.